Mahama has declared the African Growth and Opportunity Act technically dead after the United States imposed fresh tariffs on Africa exports, including a 15% levy on Ghana's goods. He made the remarks during his first presidential media encounter of his second term in office, warning there is little hope for the trade agreement renewal.
Nobody wins tariff wars. It's unfortunate that America has appended the whole world trade system. We all work towards a rules-based trading system. It took years of negotiation from Rio to Doha round and all that. And eventually, reasonable tariffs were agreed between countries. Countries like Africa enjoyed zero tariff into the US because we were in the developing world. And so it was a concession that the US gave. And what you receive in exchange is soft power that, a lot of people have a good disposition towards the US because the US has been kind to Africa and all that kind of thing. But in comes President Trump. He has a more transactional mindset. And he says that the US has been taken for granted for a long time. And so even countries like Ghana in Africa, he slapped a 15% tariff on us from zero tariff. And so AGOA is technically dead. It was due for renegotiation in September. There's no way with this 15% tariff AGOA is going to be renewed. But we're just watching carefully. The power to impose tariffs is that of Congress. But in this case, the US president always pushes the limits. And so there's a case in the US Supreme Court to determine whether his impositions of tariffs are legal or not. And so depending on what the US court says, the tariffs would either be permanent or they might have to go back to Congress to endorse the tariffs that he has imposed.
Now, President John Mahama has also indicated that the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission will not allow for any astronomical adjustment in utility prices. This comes after the Ghana Water Company Limited and the Electricity Company of Ghana proposed over 200% increment in utility prices. The president also spoke against water and electricity theft in the country.
Proposals are requested from the utility organizations. And so I noted that recently Ghana Water presented their proposal and Electricity Company of Ghana also presented their proposal. It doesn't mean that the proposal they present is what is going to be implemented. We have the regulator, which is the PURC, that looks at all the factors, including the exchange rates, including the cost of production and all that, before they determine what increase in tariff is allowed. And so the fact that you hear that water company says they're going to increase by 200 and something % does not necessarily mean that PURC